Working with wood has always attracted people with its beauty and craftsmanship. Modern technologies make it possible to create incredible things, from perfectly turned parts to artistic carved patterns. Contemporary machines, laser cutting, and traditional hand tools give craftsmen vast room for creativity. Today, woodworking combines craft and high technology, transforming an ordinary board into a piece of art or a functional component. There is strength, delicacy, and true magic in this process. Watching similar videos before bed is pure delight. Working with wood requires immense patience and determination. Carpenters have always stood out for their unique creativity, and when needed, they can make anything out of wood. To achieve a strong joint without clamps, a 45-degree groove is made in the wooden blank, and the parts are fixed together using a dovetail dowel. This solution provides rigidity and a neat appearance without additional fasteners. How sharp must a blade be to glide over wood like butter? Even more astonishing than regular woodworking are mini sculptures with such intricate detail. Did anyone even know that there are whole competitions for speed wood chopping? If you're having trouble chamfering on a circular saw, there's a simple trick. Don't obsess over perfect slot precision, as the final adjustment can be done just by setting the blade to the correct tilt angle. Thanks to modern technologies, the woodworking process has accelerated hundreds of times over. Even the most demanding perfectionists would be amazed at how elegantly this machine trims trees. When choosing the shape of a spoon, deep hollows are made with a chisel, and then the surface is smoothed with coarse abrasive. Who would have thought that you could so easily make a stylish interior item from bamboo? An original and eco-friendly way to give new life to a dead tree trunk is to turn it into a flower pot. If you thought the most realistic sculptures were only made from stone or wax, here's a clear example to the contrary. A treated piece of wood can be an excellent canvas substitute, and with a landscape painted on it, will fit perfectly into your interior. In just a few seconds, a raw piece of wood turns into a real spoon. Enthusiasts have found an unusual use for old tree trunks, turning them into animal sculptures. Each project is handmade, preserving the natural texture of the wood. These works become not only decorations but also a way to give the tree a second life. You could watch these smooth and mesmerizing processes forever. A guy who grew up in a family of sculptors chose an unusual tool for his art, a regular saw. With it, he creates impressive sculptures, relying entirely on the precision of his movements. The originality of such ideas never ceases to amaze. Would you like such an interior element for yourself? A young father decided to take it a step further and made a wooden BMW for his son. The car looks like a toy, but in fact, it can actually be driven. This project became a true realization of a childhood dream. Practice shows that even such an ancient material as wood can be used to create truly futuristic designs. Modern woodworking technologies allow for the creation of complex shapes and parts with high precision, previously impossible to make by hand. These include laser cutting, CNC milling, and 3D modeling. With developed fine motor skills and attention to detail, even such masterpieces can be created. For many, these kinds of sounds act as a real calming remedy. It turns out that the operation of a sawmill can actually look quite relaxing. A rather unusual solution for refrigerator design. That moment when the process is just as amazing as the final result. Creating this wooden sculpture took 25 hours of non-stop carving. It's a colossal amount of work requiring great patience and attention to detail, but the result is clearly worth the effort. The man saws wood so quickly and effortlessly, it feels like he's slicing through a soft loaf of bread rather than timber. Although the process may seem easy from the outside, the craftsman must exert great effort to achieve such delicate work. The skilled hands of this roofer lay straw so tightly that the roof can last even longer than the house itself. And although such covering is considered old-fashioned, its cost often exceeds that of modern materials. Only by watching until the end can you understand what this man is actually assembling. For an item to be useful, It doesn't have to rely on the latest technological advancements. It just needs to be well made and perform its function. Beginners in roof construction might benefit from a simple trick. Using a square, you can align the eaves with the slope, and then the plywood will lay flat and look neat. With this unconventional method, you can easily create a great decoration for your home. With proper drying, wood not only becomes stronger, but also easier to carve, revealing unique textures and shades not visible when wet. Craftsmen join blocks of different sizes, gradually building a massive sculpture that eventually turns into a three-dimensional face. Such a chair can serve its owners for several decades, if not longer. In a professional's hands, even a simple stump can become a work of art. What could be more captivating than watching a plain piece of wood transform before your eyes into an entirely new creation? Using decorative wood carving techniques, you can create stunning and unusual patterns, turning an ordinary surface into something unique. With the right approach, even the roughest piece of wood can become an elegant vase. The patterns within wood are truly unique, but some craftsmen use subtle tricks, adding their own details to emphasize the grain and make it more expressive. This compact mini saw makes it much easier to remove unwanted vegetation from the yard, saving time and effort. After thousands of cuts, reworks, gluing, and clamping, this incredible creation finally took its final form. The leg design with 45-degree bends and tape at those joints not only prevents glue from leaking, but also strengthens the connections. With the introduction of mechanized wood processing, the production of items like ping-pong paddles has become significantly faster and more precise, allowing for mass manufacturing with consistent quality. The craftsman carves a lion figure from a massive solid tree trunk, turning the large blank into a detailed sculpture. Sometimes the craftsman meticulously plans a project, and sometimes he just starts cutting, like in the case of this box. The result fully satisfied him: a pine lid and walnut sides with a handle. This is one of those cases where incredible imagination and the highest level of woodworking skill are combined in a single person. Trees damaged by forest fires must be cut down so that new ones can be planted in their place, allowing the forest to breathe again. It's especially impressive when a machine performs the most complex part of the work, significantly easing the process for the person. These enthusiasts were so excited for the release of Godzilla vs. Kong that they dedicated an entire wooden sculpture to the film. This lumberjack's skills are twice as high as everyone else's. Here's a clear example of why. What could be more relaxing than watching someone work with wood? Who would have thought that such a vibrant piece could come from an ordinary block of wood? Every carved line and each layer of paint brings more life to this creation. His movements are so smooth and precise, it feels like he's been crafting for a lifetime. Even an ordinary piece of wood in the hands of a genius can become the most unique creation in the world. These kinds of clocks would impress any guest. Few people know that bananas actually don't grow on trees, and their trunk is in fact a dense stem formed from fused leaves. The largest banana trunk can reach several meters in height and weigh dozens of kilograms. Compact motorized shovels are used for quick and easy removal of tree roots, making the process many times more convenient. It's unlikely you've ever seen more intricate woodworking. This is truly the highest level of craftsmanship. Woodworking is a great way to test a person's patience and perseverance, as this process always takes much more time than it seems at first glance. A miniature keychain in the shape of a teapot is made from wood, while retaining the neat details and form of the real object. From a solid log, craftsmen turned a vase, preserving the natural texture of the wood. It looks massive, yet has elegant contours. Wood carving captivates with its meditative beauty, and each stroke of the tool seems to bring the material to life. To create impressive illustrations on wood, you don't even need paintbrushes. A single sanding machine will do. Imperfectly finished wood in design looks very natural and lively, giving the interior a special character. This sculpture looks so realistic that you almost want to give it a treat. By combining ingenuity with modern technologies, you can achieve a tenfold acceleration of any task. With this device, tedious work in the garden or yard becomes many times more enjoyable. This homemade groove-cutting guide is perfect for working with small blanks, making it easy to assemble boxes, built-in furniture, or cabinets. This is exactly what the process of creating keepsakes looks like. Things people will treasure for a lifetime. Just a little more, and this could have turned into a real melody. With such an unusual globe, the joy of exploring the world can be multiplied many times over. This man clearly doesn't look for easy solutions. When his wheel broke, he decided to build an entire bicycle from wood from scratch. Now he can be completely confident in the strength and quality of his work. One of the important elements of landscape design is the professional trimming of plants, which needs to be updated regularly. Sometimes you can find something amazing inside the trunk of a tree. You just need to be able to discover it. How did anyone even come up with the idea that something like this could be made from wood? This is how a special stamping tool is used to apply markings on dice. A domino effect of impressive scale. One falling tree triggers a chain reaction, and soon a whole row goes down one after another. Only a true perfectionist could invent and build something like this. The perfect job for those who love smoothness and order. The most important part of this process is an experienced and strong worker who can guide the tree in the right direction. Every detail of this bird, carved from a solid trunk, is captured with astonishing precision. Let's hope they don't handle fragile cargo the same way they handle these sticks. This girl handles massive logs even better than many men. A quick and efficient way to install seedling stakes. Making such a perfectly straight cut without any assistive tools is a true talent. This talented craftsman works like Michelangelo, carefully removing excess material so that a true masterpiece emerges from an ordinary piece of wood. process could have stopped at forming a perfect sphere, but the creator decided to go further and turned it into a true cosmic creation. This machine creates detailed wooden figures with exceptional precision and high speed. Here's how to turn a regular square block of wood into a perfect circle. From a mighty tree to refined kitchen boards, this craftsman skillfully transforms wood into extraordinary cutting surfaces. While many can barely fold a paper boat, this guy creates entire detailed boats out of banana leaves. Just a few movements with a saw, and an ordinary bush turns into a neat decorative figure. This unusual double saw allows branches to be cut several times faster and more efficiently. You could watch things like this for hours without taking your eyes off the screen. A perfect site for perfectionists. This traditional Japanese saw is called the whale's backbone, and its shape fully matches the name. A gift like this would be the perfect choice for any pet owner. It's unclear what science thinks of it, but in practice, this method turned out to be very effective. With such incredible precision, this guy should be studying to be a surgeon, not chopping wood. An automated wood carving machine can work real wonders. Not every craftsman is capable of building such a house from massive solid logs. This process demands exceptional patience and precision in every calculation. The agility and strength of this girl are truly impressive. Harvesting bamboo involves carefully cutting mature stalks, which are then sorted by thickness and length. The stalks are then cut to the required sizes for construction, crafts, or furniture, while maintaining the strength of the material. The girl gathered ordinary sticks and moss to create a miniature bookshelf in the style of an enchanted forest. It looks like a real portal to another world. Before delivery, this pile of logs must be neatly trimmed with a saw, making them all the same size. Working with wood requires significant patience and effort, but the final result fully justifies all the energy spent. Lathe processing transforms an ordinary piece of wood into perfectly symmetrical shapes, from vases to complex decorative elements. This process requires great precision, as even the slightest mistake can ruin the entire work. Chainsaws aren't just tools for horror movies. They can also be used to create real works of art. With just a single template, you can make a whole variety of unique patterns. Just one small and simple tool can easily and quickly restore the original look of old wooden furniture. This machine with a giant flywheel and axe splits wood into uniform logs within seconds. It works at such speed and power that replicating it manually would be nearly impossible. This machine cuts wood so smoothly and effortlessly, it's hard to believe it's real. This lumberjack splits a huge tree into two identical halves with surgical precision, a true master of his craft.